Oh dear, I've got a bit of a throat at the moment. Oh dear. Oh, well, no, I haven't really. Although recently I have had the lurgy in December, like a lot of people. But just a brief video, a rather silly video about the English language. The English language often makes me laugh. I often think about words and expressions. It's so rich and flexible, isn't it? It just makes me laugh the way people say, "Oh, I've got a bit of a throat today." And I think, just a bit of a throat. I hope you've got a whole throat. I'll be a bit worried if you've got only a bit of a throat. Hopefully, you've got a whole throat. Or people say, "Oh, I've got a bit of a chest." Oh dear, got a bit of a chest today. And I'm thinking, well, again, I hope you've got a whole chest, not just a bit of a chest. I'd be a bit concerned if you've only got a bit of a chest. So yeah, hopefully you've got a whole chest or a whole throat. Or when people say, "Oh, do you know, I woke up with a throat this morning." So I'm being really silly now. It's like, well, I hope you woke up with a throat. I really do hope that you had a throat when you woke up. Of course, we know what people mean, but it's always cracks me up when people say, "I've got a bit of a throat or a bit of a chest," or "I woke up with a throat this morning." Or people say, "Oh, I've managed to get rid of this throat now, which is good." I think, again, I'm very concerned if you've got rid of your throat. Very concerned. If you haven't got a throat now, then there could be a problem. That could be quite bad. When people say, "Oh, it took me ages to get rid of this chest, and I finally got rid of it," and you think, "You got rid of your chest?" Obviously, we know what people mean, but yeah. Fortunately, I haven't got a bit of a throat. I had a bit of a chest and a bit of a throat. Sounds even worse, doesn't it? Back in December, like a lot of people, but luckily, the infection came on towards the end of a 1 month contract I was working. So, yeah, it could have been awful if it had happened right in the middle. When I was acting as the conductor on the Polar Express. But yeah, just before I go, another bizarre one that always makes me laugh. I may have mentioned this before, so forgive me. The English language is so complex and diverse and rich and flexible, isn't it? I mean, um, people say, "I've done my back in," but they also say, "I've put my back out." Now, both mean the same thing. If you put your back out or you've done your back in, um, it means the same thing, doesn't it? Really. So, but one's in and one's out. So how can they mean the same mean? How can they have the same meaning? How can they mean the same thing? Or "I've put my back out," or "Oh, I've done my back in." Um, One's in, one's out. So how is it they mean the same thing? That doesn't make sense. That's not logical at all, is it? But sometimes when people say they've put their back out, um, hopefully they haven't got a bit of a chest as well, because that would be worrying. But when people say they put their back out, I feel like saying, "Well, would you like me to try and put it back in again for you?" Oh, I've put my back out. Oh, yeah. Well, hopefully I might need someone to put it back in again for me. Great. Anyway, forgive me. I am probably round the twist. And but thanks for putting up with me. And yeah, can you think of any other strange English idioms, expressions that that don't make sense? But obviously we know what they mean. But when you analyse them, they're hilarious. They don't make any sense at all. So yeah, okay. All comments welcome as always. Thank you.